Right then folk, welcome back to another video beer review. Today we've got another beer coming out twice brewed, and it is their Juno Lite. Now of course we've done all the rest of the beers out of twice brewed, out of the Juno series. They've got standard Juno, they've got Juno Dark or Juno Black I think it might be called, Juno Export which we had a couple of weeks ago or last week or so, and then finally we have Juno Lite. So this is a session version of all of them. Session Pilsner, coming in at 3.8% ABV. Also, the only one that's actually sold in a 330. All of the rest are in 440s, which I think is kind of trying to obviously push that you grab a 6-pack or a 4-pack of these, even though they're not actually sold in that format. I mean, I think they're individuals or 6-packs is what these are sold in. But then it's the same with everything else. It's individuals or 6-packs. So yeah, Session Pilsner, 3.8% ABV. We've taken our flagship Pilsner and made it session strength, floral, grassy with a hint of citrus. A super refreshing, crisp lager. There we go. Let's crack this one open. I've had a can of it before and enjoyed it. Oh, it is a bit lively. It is a bit lively. So I gave a can to my mate Charles, who will be watching, possibly. Because I think, so I've been up to the brewery many times, but one of our kind of friends, Gary, he'd been up and he'd taken some back down south for Charles and co. And yeah, I hadn't been up for a while, so I didn't know about this one or the export or anything like that because I was new. Yeah, so when I gave Charles his can, he enjoyed it, but he said it was a bit lively, and it is a bit bloody lively. Admittedly, when I had mine, my first can, which I had before I gave Charles this, I bought 3 basically, so one to just drink on the night, 2, one for Charles and one for me to actually review. So yeah, when I actually had that just the one can, the carbonation was fine. It wasn't super lively like that one just was. So yeah, twice brewed. It's a funny one. It's a brewery in the absolute middle of nowhere. But I say absolute middle of nowhere. They are on just off the A69. They're on the Hadrian's Wall walk route, where the wall is. So they get massive footfall from tourists. And obviously when we go up, we stay not too far, probably about 10-minute drive away from it. And we tend to go up every single time. I've been up there with a pal of mine who's up there, Jason. I had a few beers up there, 3 or 4 fine ales. Yeah, so I've done both the brewery and the tap room quite a few times now. So you go in the tap room, that's basically in the shop area. You go in the shop and they've got like 4 beers on a tea bar, and they've got gin and stuff like that as well, if you wanted that, and a fancy tonic dispenser. And then in the actual pub, I've eaten in the pub as well. Might go back at some point. But yeah, they've got different beers again in the pub, so different beers from what they'd have in the tap room to the actual pub itself. So anyway, as you can see, the head has died down a touch, and we got a lovely, fairly clear, slight haze to it, but yeah, it's almost perfect there. Single finger white coloured head, and kind of nose of wheaty, bready, biscuity, sweet, quite kind of light honey notes. A bit of DMS as well going on in there, but I then think back to that. It wasn't Star of Brahman. It was wasn't even Budvar. What was it now? Oh God, I can't remember. Beer that Charles and I had back in Brum last year, and we went to multiple parts of Albert Schloss or in Brum trying to get hold of an actual decent pint of lager from the tank, and it was all full of DMS. It was horrible stuff, like complete vile. This has got a small element of DMS, but it's fine. But yeah, we'll dive in. Cheers. And that DMS is more kind of on the nose than anything. There's not too much in the actual taste of things. What you're getting is a sweet kind of bready caramel, quite dry on the back end, which is nice. Lightly floral, grassy, herbal. And you can smash a few of these down, no doubt. Yeah, really easy drinking. Juno Lite from Twice Brewed. See it about, give it a go for sure. I mean, let's be honest, you've got to go either go up to the brewery or you can find a few of their beers. I don't know how they are Carlisle side because I've never really been over that side. Whenever we go up north, and we said this, whenever we go up north, we always go to like, Newcastle or Cramlington or Blythe or whatnot. We never really, or Sea Houses we've done once before. We never really stretched over the other side. And I think that's kind of thing we want to do next time is go up to go and visit around Carlisle and stuff and see what breweries around Gretna and things, see what's up there because just never done it. So hopefully we'll find some more northern breweries up there. But yeah, to be honest, you can order online from the web shop, but it comes in large quantities, so of different items. So yeah, if any of you do want some, let me know beforehand, and I can pick up some beers from there, whatever you want and whatnot. Anyway, see you next one. Cheers.